Hey everybody, Miss Deb here. Today, I'd just like to share with you a little story. And this story is called That's My Story, and I'm Sticking to It by Deborah Pulk, also known as Miss Deb. I grew up in Redford Township, Michigan, which is just outside of Detroit. I have one older brother, and I lived in a very dysfunctional family. Because my father was mean to me, I was afraid of almost everything. When I was born, my father wanted another boy, not a girl. He favored my brother, and it really showed. He even told me when I was older that he couldn't love me like he loved my brother, because that was his son. You know, my parents used to go into the basement to argue when I was little. And I remember standing at the top of the stairs crying, wishing that they would stop. And one night, as they argued, they came upstairs, and my mom went into the bathroom, which happened to be right across the hall from my bedroom. My dad busted in on her and pulled her up off the toilet. And the next thing I knew, the police were at my house. Now, mind you, back in the 1950s, the police didn't usually come out for domestic violence. My parents divorced when I was about 9 years old. I was so glad that my dad was gone, but he took my brother with him. And my mom never saw her son again. In school, I was the one everyone bullied. I did not like myself, and I had very low self-esteem. I wanted so much to be accepted for who I was. There was one particular girl who seemed to be in every class I was in who would tease me in front of the whole class, and the teacher did nothing to stop her. I was the one no one wanted on their sports team, the last one always to be chosen. And I did not do well in school, and I think that upset my dad also. But my brother, on the other hand, was very good in school. Now, although it took until a few years after the divorce, I believe my panic attacks were caused by my family life and the way I was treated in school. When I went to junior high, I was finally in with the in crowd. The girl that teased me went to the other junior high, so she was not there to bother me. I remember one time after school, I went up to the bowling alley. One of the popular girls was up there bowling, and she was bowling with the girl that used to tease me in grade school. Now Laura said, "Hey, Polk, you want to bowl?" I said, "Sure." And Cindy said, "You hang around with her?" Laura said, "Sure." You know what? It felt so good to see Cindy's face cringe after all she had done to me in grade school. Now, in my younger years, at the age of 13, I started having panic attacks. But back then, they didn't know anything about this condition. I ended up in a home for emotionally disturbed children. I was kept behind locked doors for a year and a half, and that was a very dark part of my life. I finally went back to public school for my senior year, and I graduated high school in 1970. I met Tom in school, and I fell in love with him head over heels. But I got pregnant, and he left me. At the age of 19, I gave birth to a daughter, and I was forced to put her up for adoption because back then it was not acceptable for an unmarried girl to keep her child. I did find her, though, when she was about 35 years old. We are friends on Facebook, and we, communicate, have Merry Christmas, comment on each other's photos and things like that. But that's about as far as she wants to take it. But I tell you, I'd really love to meet her in person and just give her a hug. Okay, so here's my first defining moment in life. Because of my panic disorder, I was very dependent on my mom. And at the age of 20, I lost my mom to cancer. She was only 49 years old. I was forced to grow up in a real big hurry. I had to sell my mom's house to pay off her bills. I tell you, I felt so very much alone. I did not know what I was going to do or where I was going to go. It was down to 2 weeks left before I had to get out of my mom's house, and I had nowhere to go. Didn't know where I was going to go. But an old friend of mine stopped by because she had heard about my mom's death. And I'll tell you, I know God sent Deborah to me because she talked to her parents, and I ended up renting a room from her parents until I got married. I worked as a beautician during that time because I had gotten my beautician license when I was in high school. And Deborah was a beautician too, so we worked at the same beauty salon, so I was able to ride to and from work from her because I've never been able to drive anywhere by myself because of my panic disorder. But I got married at the age of 24, and I had 2 children, a boy and a girl. And during my marriage, I worked evenings part-time as a waitress just to make a little extra money for myself. My second defining moment was the fact that my first husband was abusive, and I decided I had to leave. I left with my kids and the clothes on our back. I went down to the neighbor's house and called the domestic violence shelter here in Ann Arbor, and I came to the shelter. Now, this was very hard for me to do because I still suffered from panic attacks and had a hard time going anywhere alone or doing anything by myself. But I'll tell you, I did get a lot of help from the people in the shelter in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Now, I lived on welfare for a while. I attended college. I didn't finish college till years later, but I did end up with an associate's degree and a certificate. And I'll tell you, I really do like working with computers. I enjoy it very much. So my second defining moment was I got a job as a computer operator. Now that was really a great job. We would, on the weekends, we'd do all our backups to the computer systems and stuff. And because there was no bosses there, we'd get all the backups running to tape or to disk, and we'd sit and play cards during the day. It was a lot of fun. And I felt good having that job. I felt like I had accomplished something in my life. Now, in 2005, I did finally go back to college and got an associate's degree in general studies and a certificate in web technology. I never really did anything with it. However, it did allow me to, know about computers and not be afraid to work on computers. I knew how to do things. I learned HTML and CSS, so I was able to create a web page, But anyways, I did end up running a child daycare out of my home for 9 years. And I did quite well at that. In fact, some of the kids that I used to babysit for, I still keep in contact with. And they're now grown up. Some of them have kids of their own. But I'm still friends, and I'm so grateful that, and it felt so good that a lot of the kids in my daycare really did like coming to my house. I had a schedule for the kids every day. We did circle time. We had a craft time, or maybe we'd go out for a walk. We'd go to the library once a week. They had a storytelling hour for daycare homes, and yeah, that was a really fun time for me. I enjoyed that. So my third defining moment. I found network marketing quite by accident. While doing scrapbooking online, I met a lady in one of the scrapbooking groups who had an online business. I joined her business, but I failed at it miserably because I knew nothing about branding myself or attraction marketing or even how to run a business online. I tried a few other MLM companies, but still I got nowhere. Then, in 2014, I found Mark Lalone and Branding University. Branding University is a one-of-a-kind platform, and you'll not find a better platform anywhere out there. I'll tell you, if you are tired of spending all kinds of money on trainings and platforms that charge you anywhere from $100 to $300 to thousands of dollars a month, to be in, you ought to take a look at Branding University, because actually you can join Branding University for free and start learning how to build your business online. You'll find free courses that are evergreen, that are constantly updated with the latest social media changes. We have weekly webinars showing you how to grow your business, or showing you some of the new courses that come into the Branding University. So no matter what kind of business you have, the Branding University is a community that you would really like to join. It's a community of people who help you. And we have so many people out there that are willing to help you. We have groups that you can join, that where you meet people that are also in Branding University and make new friendships, new relationships, and we learn from each other. We even have our own little get-togethers and talk about different things about branding online and growing a business. So this really is a wonderful community to be a part of. Now, Branding University has shown me how to brand myself and to build a business online. They give so much value and free courses, more than any other platform out there. Most of our courses are free. Now, how many other platforms out there give you free training? I don't know too many of them that do. So listen, in conclusion, what I'd like to say, if you are struggling to get leads, or are growing a business online, or if you're just starting out, I would urge you to join Branding University, because you will be so glad you did. You will learn so much. You will stop spinning your wheels and trying to figure out, what do I do next? How do I do this? How do I do that? We teach it all to you, because you know what? We have a motto, and our motto is BAX. B stands for your brand awareness. We're going to teach you how to brand yourself online. A is for your audience building. We're going to show you exactly how to build your audience and get people to know, like, and trust you. C is for connections. We're going to show you how to connect with people online so that they'll, again, get to know, like, and trust you. K is for knowledge. You won't get more knowledge anywhere else online. Branding University gives you the knowledge you need to be successful. Brand yourself online and grow your business. S is the final letter, sales. You're going to get sales through Branding University, because you're going to learn how to do all these other things, and people will start to buy from you. So listen, that's my story, folks, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, listen, if you want to join Branding University, I have a link for you to go ahead and join. You can join absolutely for free. It won't cost you a penny. So go ahead and do that. Okay, bye-bye.